Good morning and welcome, dear sweet goddess, to this week's bi-weekly Super Signs Sunday Divine Feminine Energy Reading and Empowerment Message. I am very excited to hear what that message is for this week. Because why? Well, we are in this space of the great unknown. We're stepping more and more out of the old and more into the new. Is that how it feels for you? Where you're not where you were, but you're certainly not where you'd like to be. And that's kind of been an ongoing theme, hasn't it? And that's because, Goddess, you are finding your way back to you. You're finding your way back to all the parts of you that you once thought you had to suppress, erase, minimize. It's time to shine your light bright. No more dimming, Goddess, no more dimming. So come with me into the forest for more than the trees. Let's discover and embrace all this intuition sees. Together we shall come to know that which we need to reclaim our goddess power on this divine journey indeed. And that is what we shall do today. For those who may be new to my channel, my name is Rochelle Richard, and we here at Empowerment Experiences are healing twin flames. We're healing the inner child. We're healing our traumas. We are healing the totality of that which we are and reconnecting with and reuniting with that which we truly are. So with that, let us see, shall we? What are we focusing on this week? What is the energy? Because yes, we know that we're still in that place of not in the old, but we're not in the new entirely. We're in that in-between. Well, trust the journey. I trust, I surrender, I say yes. You have asked to go and be somewhere and someone in your journey, in your experience, and you are being prepared for that. You are being molded for that. Who you have been is not the same person that you need to be in the vision that you've asked to step into. And so this is going to feel unfamiliar because you're going somewhere you've never been. You're going to be in a state of being that you've never been in. But that's why it's your responsibility to feel into whatever vision it is, to feel it, to let yourself visualize it, to let yourself feel as though it already is. And I know, Goddess, I know how challenging it can be when you have doubts about certain visions and you're not quite sure if it's feasible or if it's attainable or if it's allowed for you to want that, especially when it, again, feels very challenging to anchor into that vision, to trust the unfolding of just the visualization of the vision. And how do we cultivate greater trust within ourselves and in our journeys? We practice more presence, Goddess. We practice more presence, more breath work, more meditation, more of that letting go of the illusion of control. Because we really don't have much control except for that which we have over ourselves. Leading the way, leading by example. Recognizing that we don't have control over things and others and people and places outside of ourselves. Maybe in your own personal environment to a certain extent, everything goes where you want it to be. However, on the grand scale of this reality, that which is outside of you, you really have very, very little control, if any, over. What you have control over, where your power is is within you, and to have control over you and how you choose to respond to whatever is happening in your world. And I know, easier said than done at times. But even when you have a meltdown, it's how you recover. It's how you handle the meltdown, that breakdown to break through. Do you let yourself break down to break through? Because otherwise you're just keeping that all in and you're not really setting that example. This is why I have shared so much of my journey through all these years and show so much of my breakdown to breakthrough spaces, because of the beliefs and limitations that I was taught about myself that I needed to break down, as well as those which you were taught about yourself, the very things, the very sabotaging, limiting beliefs that keep you apart from what you keep asking for. But we have to break down the barriers that we have created for ourselves so that we can break through and break free into the reality that you desire to be living. And you lead by example. This is the new earth energy. There's no more, oh, I have a piece of paper that qualifies me. It's going to be more and more, what's the experience? Have you actually lived this? It's akin to a business professor. There's who was it? The guy that invented FedEx, come to find out, his business professor failed his business idea for that which FedEx is. His business professor failed him on that assignment. But lo and behold, here he did not let that fail him, fail his vision, and he went out and he achieved his vision. Now FedEx is a household name. But had he listened to someone who clearly had never run a business and allowed someone who didn't have the actual experience, but rather just had a piece of paper that said they were qualified, they weren't leading by example, that person's entire vision could have just disappeared and never been. So this is what you're being asked, goddesses, that first and foremost, you need to honor your vision as your vision. That you have received this, and that because you have received this, first and foremost, you are fucking allowed to have this vision that you have. You are allowed to desire the joy, the joyful experience that you desire. I very much am a fan of that all humanity should just abide by one simple phrase: first, do no harm. That should be like the mantra for humanity. I mean, obviously, those who are supposed to abide by that, we've learned, wow, guinea pigs. However, that's another story. We lead by example in the space of acknowledging, again, that taking responsibility and saying, I choose for me to ensure that I am showing up in all the ways that I need to ensure that I am aligning myself with the vision that I have been given, that I am trusting the vision that I have been given of what I am here to create, of who I'm here to be, of what I am here to change and to help build in this new earth rising. Right? And that's something that you notice there. We're going to be pivoting more away from what we don't want. We're not going to be visiting that so much more, right? And that's a true leader. We don't feed what we don't want. So that means we don't focus on what we don't want. We focus on what we do. And this means, again, what you do desire is that unknown space. You've not been there. You've not experienced it. So you have to be cultivating this trust. And you have to lead with trust as one of your major empowerment tools in your toolkit. Being able to take the steps without being able to see the staircase. That is a leader, right? Yeah, we're just dropping the deck here. We're just dropping the deck. We're not doing all that. I already know. Let's see what we have. Oof. Ooh, well, through that balance, right? When cultivating that trust is going to allow you to cultivate greater balance with you, bring those energies within yourself into balance, which in turn empowers you to lead by example better in your experience, which of course means that you are more confident and feeling better about where you're headed, what your life looks like, in spite of what the world stage looks like, right? It's knowing that, again, in spite of what the world stage looks like and what they're claiming and all of this, it's knowing that we are all very prosperous. Abundance is our birthright. And that when you can see the stories that you're telling yourself, anything, any of the timelines that we have available to us right now, you are the one that is leading the way into this prosperity for yourself and for those around you. So step confidently, lead with confidence. Be sure in your step, your every step as being the right step. Trust that every step you take is the right step to take, that it's leading you to greater and greater prosperity. I'm hearing the phrase doubt not, doubt not, doubt not, meaning don't doubt. Don't feed into doubt. Don't feed into any of the negative bullshit of any of the narratives that's saying that perchance, oh my gosh, there's not going to be any money. My encouragement is this: nothing beats real, actual cash. I encourage you to start utilizing more cash in your experience, because that is what's really going to connect you with abundance versus just numbers on a screen. I have definitely learned this for myself: cash, money, cash, money, cash, money, right? And especially with the intentional breakdown of the systems that's currently underway, we can ensure that humanity keeps its power by keeping that which empowers us, which is cash, not money on a screen. When you have money in your hand, you can use that anywhere. If you just have money on a screen or a quote card, if you don't have access to electricity or to the network or to anything like that, you're helpless, you're powerless. You have no money, honey. Right? So for me, it's been a lifetime of knowing this without really realizing that I knew this. So I was leading naturally in this whole cash realm before I even realized that, nothing beats having that in my hand and being able to feel that abundance and connect with that abundance and amplify that abundance, which in turn brings more into my reality. So I encourage you to do this, goddess. I encourage you to trust, number one, that everything is going to work out for you. Number two, that you're going to step into your knowing and trust in this prosperity that is coming to you by you actually taking some cash and rolling around in it. Literally, just put it on your bed and just pretend, visualize that you are swimming in however much you desire, and actually let yourself feel that wealth, feel wealthy, feel worthy of that wealth. And trust that, yes, everything is working out for you, everything is going to work out for you, and that you don't need to worry your pretty little head about where it's going to come, if it's going to come, if it's going to be okay, because it is. Trust that everything is going to be okay. So the mantra that you got to put down is: I trust, I surrender, I say yes to whatever it is, universe. I trust, I surrender, I say yes. And so with that, what is it that we are surrendering? Ooh, we have not. I don't think we've ever had this one. Surrender to the wisdom of your body, right? It is allowing yourself, again, to trust your inner knowing. Trust what your body is telling you. Trust that this is the vision that you have been given. Trust that this is the right step for you. Trust that this is the right path for you. Trust whatever inclinations or nudges that you are getting within yourself that is affirming this for you, that is telling you to go that way or call that person or make that move or whatever it is, or take rest, take time off, take a nap, go for a walk, go work out, whatever it is. Listen to your body and trust that whatever messages your body is giving you is actually messages from the soul. Communication for you to get more information, to make the decisions that you are being asked to make and that you are in turn asking to make, because you're obviously asking to make certain decisions that are going to move you toward the vision that you're asking for. We are in this unknown space, Goddess. And the greatest compass that you have right now is your inner one. Because your path looks nothing like anybody else's. Your vision, that which you're here to create, that which you're here to lead whatever facet of humanity through, that's your journey. And it's about you trusting you and knowing that you are being supported. You can trust the journey, and trust that the prosperity, that whatever you decide to step into, that the money's going to come, that you are going to be taken care of, well taken care of. When you are in your soul purpose, you're very, very well taken care of. It's when we're in that ego space and we want to control everything and we're pinching ourselves off of every fucking thing from flowing in, that it can't flow in. So we keep ourselves apart from that which we're asking, because we're not really listening to where we're being called to go. We're not trusting our journey. We're not trusting and surrendering to the unknown to be led to where we're being asked to go. So you are being asked to lead by example in your own experience, and surrender to the wisdom of your body. And when people ask, well, how is it that you just make those decisions and you trust that, and you say, because my body tells me to, because I listen to the quiet whispers. Because so often when we are first really, really beginning to listen to our bodies, they're quiet. It's like our intuition, right? It's a very quiet voice. It's the quietest voice in our minds, right? Within us. But this is why we anchor into that moment with breath work, meditation. We quiet the noise within us and in our minds so that we can hear and feel the wisdom being given us from within. All right, now let's see what we have for an angel number. Angel number 902. And right off the bat, because this is one of my favorite numbers, 902 is all about finding your brave. All about having courage in your journey, having courage in your choices, in your decisions, in your knowing that you are on the right path. Finding your brave to lead and step into being the leadership or being the leader in your experience. 902 is also about knowing that you are here to make the world a better place, right? That's this leadership card right here, right? And we're leading by bringing our own inner energies into balance. that masculine and feminine. We are creating that balance within ourselves, that peace and tranquility within ourselves. 902 says there is no such thing as mistakes. There's only lessons on the way to success. And that's knowing that wherever you are in your journey, Goddess, you are in the right place. This is why we utilize the mantra, I trust, I surrender, I say yes. Because there really is no such thing as mistakes. They're all lessons and guideposts, you could even call them, leading you, guiding you to where you are asking to be. Again, I'm going to say that. Mistakes are akin to guideposts that are guiding you along the path to where you've asked to be. That's all. So how often have you made a wrong turn, taken the wrong exit, went left instead of right? How many times? But it was no big deal, right? I mean, maybe depending on where you were mentally or, physically, if you were exhausted, right? You might get flustered and frustrated and even pissed off. But at the end of it, at the end of every single one of those moments, did it not sort itself out? Did you not get turned right back around to where you needed to be, that it still got you to where you needed to go? And I'm hearing Abraham talking about there's always a way to get to where you want to be. There's always another way. There's always another way. So find your brave to trust and lead the way by leaning into that trust, leaning into that knowing, leaning into the wisdom of your body, and just say, hey, it doesn't have to make any fucking sense. All I know is this is the choice and the decision that I'm being led to make, and this is what I'm anchoring into. I'm trusting this. I'm leaning into this and declaring, I trust, I surrender, I say yes. Because as 902 continues for us, that you came here with a purpose, on purpose. Meaning you came here on purpose with a purpose. You're not just here for shits and giggles, sister. You're here because you knew that your presence here is what was needed, what was necessary, what was required for you and the collective. And that every second of every moment of every day you're here, and I just caught 2222, so we have a second number there. That every second of every day that you're here, you are supposed to be here, right? 902 says you are braver than you believe. You've just got to let yourself feel that, to feel your courage. Feel your courage, says 902. Find your brave, feel your courage. And 902, of course, as well says, take your time. It's all divine. Be here now. And that's more of that affirming. How do we cultivate that trust? How do we really connect with trusting our journey? Is we have to be present. We have to come into this present moment to connect with that power within us so that we can be trusting this journey. So that is angel number 902. Let's check out now angel number 2222 that just made its nice little surprise there on the ticker. Well, feel calm, right? How perfect. With trusting the journey, feel calm, says 2222. You are doing exactly what you are supposed to for your expansion. Look, trust. Trust that you are where you are and you are exactly where you're supposed to be. So there's another mantra. We got full of them today. So one of my other favorite mantras is this. Goddess, write it down. I am where I am, and I am exactly where I am supposed to be. Because if I were supposed to be anywhere other than where I am, I would be. Write the whole thing down. I am where I am, and I am exactly where I am supposed to be. Because if I were supposed to be anywhere other than where I am, I would be. And recognize that as truth. Trust that that's true. That you would be anywhere else if you were supposed to be anywhere else. And so it's knowing that you are on the correct path. That's what 2222 is here to affirm for you, Goddess. If you have been doubting at any point lately, Am I doing the right thing? Have I made the right decision? 2222 is here to say yes, trust, trust, trust that you are on the correct path. That it's all to do with changing perception and your way of thinking. That's all you have to do, says 2222. Change your perception and way of thinking. Just change the story that you're telling about the experience that you're having, and then you're going to have a different experience. 2222 is also about union and connection, but that's very much with this balance, this inner union, this inner connection with your power, your truth, surrendering and connecting to the wisdom of your body, right? That inner union, that inner connection. Spiritual awakening for twin flames, which again, a twin flame journey is a self-love empowerment journey. So you are a twin flame, you are experiencing a deeper and deeper spiritual awakening. That is this perpetual going and growing journey that we are on anyway, right? So 2222 signs off by telling us to tune into synchronicities. There is no such thing as coincidence. We definitely know that around here, don't we, Goddess? 2222, no such thing as coincidence. Love that. And there isn't. There never is. So moving forward, I encourage you to be open to any and every sign or synchronicity that's going to flow into your experience moving forward. You're going to see angel numbers 902, 2222. You're going to experience opportunities where you're going to be able to cultivate deeper trust in yourself, deeper trust in your journey, deeper trust in your connection with yourself, with the universe, with others, deeper trust in the wisdom of your body, and trusting that you are interpreting that wisdom and translating it to where you understand what that message is. I definitely am here to help with that. That's what we do on sessions, on my Zoom sessions. We dive into all of that. Whatever challenges you are experiencing right now that has you separate from your power, that's what we do around here. That's what I love to do, is assist you in reconnecting with your power. And again, union and connection, connecting with your power. So with that, Goddess, this is Super Sign Sunday. It's just so much the reminder, the affirmation, really, that we're here to tell you that you're on the right path, to just trust where you are, trust that everything is working out. Pay no attention to, all of a sudden I have the Wizard of Oz, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. It's literally what's playing in my mind right now. But that's what it is pay no attention to the things that you need not pay attention to. That's that message there. Instead, focus your attention on what it is you are creating, what it is you would like to be expanding and stepping into for your reality, right? And really listen to the inner nudges that you're getting within your body. Take time to actually practice and test yourself with body memory and things like that to see and connect more with the language and the messages of your body, of what you're being asked to receive. So with that, dear Goddess, remember, find your brave to trust, surrender, and say yes to this journey, knowing that you are fully supported, that the money's coming, that you are exactly where you are supposed to be. So with that, I remind you that the power, it is in your hands, Goddess. It is. Because that power has always been inside you. Namaste.